OMG, Jenny Han just teased The Summer I Turned Pretty movie. Jenny Han just gave us a new update on The Summer I Turned Pretty movie, and I'm even more excited than ever. During a screening on November 11th, Jenny got honest about the fan reactions to the new film, and revealed what fans of the hit Prime Video show can expect. Keep reading to see what Jenny Han said about The Summer I Turned Pretty movie, coming soon. During the screening, Jenny Han revealed how she really feels about the fan reactions to the movie announcement. "I had said repeatedly that it was 3 seasons, and that was the end of the show. But then some people were like, 'You were lying,' and I was like, 'No, I didn't.'" She says, "A movie's different." And she hopes that fans of the show and newcomers can take part in the fandom moving forward. "I hope that for the movie, that people who have never even watched the show can watch the movie and really enjoy the experience of it. That is my goal," she continues. "And also for people who love the show that it'll, be what they're dreaming of." This isn't the first time Jenny Han has talked about The Summer I Turned Pretty movie. She actually teased it before season 3 even premiered. "I get asked about a spin-off a lot," she says in Brit Plus Co.'s exclusive interview. "And I just say no, there's no plans for a spin-off or anything at the moment. I think if the right idea came along and everything aligned, then I'll be so excited to return to the world and it'd be great." Well, it turns out the right idea was a movie, and I'm grateful. We're expecting the new film to adapt the epilogue of We'll Always Have Summer. Team Conrad, we won. Maxton Hall steals The Summer I Turned Pretty. Prime Video's reign as the teen romance queen might soon be handed off. Maxton Hall, The World Between Us, a German-language series, shot up the charts after a new round of episodes was released this past week and is #1 on the service among TV shows, perched at #2 overall beneath a new studio movie. For those of you still reeling over the ending, unsure what to fill the void left in your life by TSITP, Maxton Hall will undoubtedly fill it. But is Maxton Hall really the Summer I Turned Pretty, or simply another variation of teen obsession? The reason is that, like everything else about this new hit show from Bones producer Hart Hanson, the premise essentially succeeded by copying the older show's emotional engine and inventing its own identity. Prime Video rankings suggest a successor. Momentum counts for a lot in streaming, and Maxton Hall has some. After the release of Season 2's opening episodes, the series hit #1 on Prime Video's TV charts, which had been previously dominated by The Summer I Turned Pretty. That movement in the leaderboard represents the most powerful real-time proxy for audience migration to something else within that platform. Maxton Hall's rise is also an example of the power of book-to-screen pipelines. Based on the Mona Kasten novels that are bestsellers in Germany, the series came with a built-in fan discourse to prime social chatter and repeat viewings. Companies that monitor publishing trends, like Circana BookScan, have recorded how adaptations predictably spark backlist bumps and online buzz in a feedback loop that The Summer I Turned Pretty expertly capitalized on over 3 seasons. Release strategy helps, too. Prime Video's incremental release schedule stretches cliffhangers over conversation cycles that last weeks, not days, the same watercooler cadence that prolonged Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah debates. Maxton Hall is tapping into that serial rhythm, siphoning weekly conversation into chart endurance. Common DNA and critical contrasts between the shows. Both shows are pure-hearted romantic travails shaped by coming-of-age stakes. Maxton Hall follows a scholarship girl named Ruby Bell, who clashes with heir James Beaufort at an elite boarding school and sparks an enemies-to-lovers arc in the tradition of the prickly early chemistry between Belly and Conrad in The Summer I Turned Pretty. The emotional palette is familiar: grief, ambition, class pressure, and the turbulence of first love. Where they diverge is as revealing as where they intersect. The Summer I Turned Pretty is structurally a love triangle. Maxton Hall is a two-hander fueled not by sibling rivalry but the tension of status. That shift concentrates the drama. Ruby and James live, study, and air at close range, mistakes are instantly echoed. The show even flirts with the scandalized twists that kept TSITP discourse humming. James's public betrayal in Season 2 is practically a Jeremiah in Cabo shock, but Maxton Hall keeps its fallout within its castle corridors, making the angst aphrodisiacally potent. Character arcs hit familiar beats without feeling like they've been recycled. Readers who picked up on Conrad's internal struggles will recognize James's grappling with grief and mental health, while Ruby's Oxford-sized dreams call to mind Belly's developing understanding of herself beyond romance. The echo is purposeful. Both series are designed to let viewers argue, forgive, and re-argue alongside the characters. Global teen TV is having a major streaming moment now. The ascent of Maxton Hall also reflects a wider shift. Non-English young adult dramas have fewer hurdles than ever before. Global streamers have made subtitles, dubbed tracks, and hyperlocal settings for shows that play out globally a kind of norm. Consider how series such as Elite or Dark constructed international fan bases. Maxton Hall follows in that vein, but with a more subdued, romance-first hook pitched directly to book talk sensibilities. Industry trackers like Parrot Analytics have consistently found that romance-forward adaptations can over-index when driven by known IP and weekly drops. Prime Video, for its part, has deemed teen and 20-something viewers a strategic priority, and Maxton Hall offers the service a year-round counter to its summer-focused TSITP brand. There's also a programming logic: coastal nostalgia against castle core opulence. TSITP is sun-kissed and seasonal. Maxton Hall's gothic boarding school, designer wardrobes, and old money politics give colder, part-autumn binge vibes. That complementary aesthetic mix helps Prime Video keep the demo throughout the calendar. So, is Maxton Hall the new TSITP on Prime Video? Functionally, yes. It has taken over the same cultural slot in the same platform, topping internal charts and sparking daily conversation with characters people can't stop debating. It scratches that itch for swoony, emotionally messy romance rooted in book fandom energy. Creatively, it's its own creature. Substitute the triangle for a class clash duet, crank up the boarding school stakes, and Maxton Hall is not a carbon copy. That distinction could be its secret weapon: familiar enough to inherit CDP's crowd, different enough to keep it on its toes. The verdict for now: Maxton Hall is Prime Video's new teen obsession standard bearer, genetic heir apparent rather than doppelganger. If weekly rankings and social buzz are any indication, the platform has a worthy successor, and fans, their next binge-ready romance over which to argue.